This is Kal Kat, the Kal Katster. We were on set, on location at the Great Mall of the Bay Area, where where Kal Kat filmed the the music video of the Eminem and Rihanna parody song. It's incredible. Here is the mall, and the way that this was pulled off is you got like the picture camera from the conventions and basically walked around the mall filming shorts of just basically building fronts and pathways and things. No people directly, and nobody said anything. In fact, other people had phones and cameras, and and they didn't care one way or the other. So I walked through the mall and pretended to sing some of the lyrics there sometimes, and got the stores that were in the video because I figured like I watched the video after watching the the thrift shop one by Markimne, and he did he essentially did the same thing. So I figured I'm going to redo my video and make it better, so that it's on the level with, at least almost on the level with his thrift shop. So this is it, and I went around because actually it was better than my original video, but the lyrics are still way funny too, because so I figured the problem with the original video was that the Eminem fans hated it originally, and it was flagged off back when it had 70 views or something, almost to 100 views almost on another channel, and then it was put on the On Location Cat channel, where it has 18 views, after being reposted there in 2012, as it got buried under all the other videos. And I thought if I was to redo the video and show the actual storefronts and do the dancing in the house, but do the storefronts mall, then with a slightly slower beat to the music, then I could pull that off, and we'd have this sort of weird mall adventure thing going on. And I think I managed to pull it off. It works. It's got footage here, and I think it works quite well. Nobody really complained. I mean, as long as you don't walk up to people and go like, "You have a camera," they're not going to do anything. But it's interesting that this is just like me walking through the mall like a tourist with a little point and click that had a 720K thing on it. I blew up the film to 1080, and this is high def, so you can see the whole thing, and it's going to go on YouTube. And here we have walking, spinning around in the mall, which they do a lot of in movies, but not that fast. These are little clips, and they would be put together into a 7-minute music video. This, of course, is twice that length. But in the old days, when we did that original video, we burned up a whole hour of tape trying to figure out what fake Eminem, Reese's Pieces, was trying to do. And and we just didn't know what we were doing back then when we did music videos. And now we don't do that. We just do the video, and if we can't put everything together in 30 minutes, then something's wrong. We're just gonna do a rehearsal and then do it live. So we got all the mall footage here, fortunately in only 16 minutes, and looks like about 8 or 9 minutes actually altogether for the walk around the mall. But then there's more with the other footage. Some people said, "Well, I could be lip syncing." Oh, actually, in every music video you see online, the actors are actually accompanied by a music track that they've recorded, because if they move around in the music video, the sound goes everywhere. They have to do that. So, and of course, I'm not going to run around the mall singing an Eminem parody. They would think it was really strange if I did that. So I'm not going to do that. So I didn't do that, but I sung it later in the studio. So, and this is not for profit. This is not going to be, aired on anything. And because it is 2 years ago, 4 years ago almost, that this video hit the Grammys and blew out everything and was really popular. doing a spoof of it is still relevant because everybody remembers it. And the other version of it that came before it. See, the Rihanna version is actually based on this other lady's version. Just doing it. And that seems to be a theme over the last couple of years. We have rockers and various people getting Emmys for doing stuff that's either an homage, wink wink, or a spoof or parody or ripping off blatantly stuff like Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder and everyone else. And not only that, but Miley Cyrus essentially ripping off everything. But mainly, No Doubt. She was dressed like the chick from No Doubt. I was like, what is she doing in that video? But anyways, no, you're not the girl from No Doubt. No, stop the twerking. Stop. So we did this parody of the twerking video. And I did that in like 6 minutes. I just was like inspirational thing, like here's the twerking video. Here, I'm going to record it and then play it immediately. Like that actually was live, so that one's that was a mess. But here we have the mall and doing these videos. We did a Robin Thicke one, but for that one, I decided to go completely opposite of everything else and do satire. And got old footage of Optimus Prime getting set on fire and decided that would be funny to do. Instead of blurred lines, burned Prime, which is a stretch. Yes, it's not entirely amusing, but there are no videos of burning Optimus Prime toys until now. Though Kal Kat put it out there. There's the Abercrombie outlet. But there's a line in here where, like in the video, I ad-libbed and I said Abercrombie Fitch, and it sounds like he says bitch, but he doesn't. It's Fitch. Abercrombie Fitch. And what's funny is like the original video is like kind of nonsensical if you think about it. Like whole premise that somehow commentary track somehow like Rihanna likes being abused is just kind of messed up. And Eminem's character seems to be in a different element entirely in the video. Like he's like, I'm just this other guy and I'm gonna do a rap of this R&B song. Like so in this version, I just made it all sort of a techno R&B all the way through because it didn't really make too much sense to make it all rap. So I made it more of an R&B. It works better. Besides, I'm white and I can't really rap too well. But yeah, so either get him a name. Sorry, Slim Shady. It's like this one time I made up a recent joke. I said, that 8 Mile movie, well, they have 8 Mile Road, and they say, well, that's not a bad part of town. It's a bad part. It came from the bad part of town. It came from the streets and everything. And I'll say, yeah, but 8 Mile Road is the good part of town in Detroit. Damn. So, yeah. So here we are in the food court. There could have been a little more of the food court, but because they always play this music in there, I knew that I could take the audio out anyway. And there were all these people around. I figured if I started filming around in the food court while people were eating, somebody might get pissed. So I decided not to do that. So yeah, that's probably a good thing. So yeah, this video was all over the radio, just like now that Roar song is all over the radio last year. Who knows what it's going to be this year? Hopefully, Kal Kat is going to be all over the radio this year. That'd be awesome. And there's no reason that the finished video that you will inevitably see, because this is just commentary on the making of it. The finished video is actually, hopefully it gets us on Tosh.0. That would be awesome. Well, maybe not. It's not that funny, but maybe, who knows. So here we have Kal Kat doing the dancing part, pretending that I was actually singing there, but it's like he's just being goofy, flying around. But he still can do the dancing stuff, and it was funny. And trained for like 2 weeks to figure out the dance moves here. No, I was kidding. What's funny is most of the choreography stuff is yeah, I didn't really train for 2 weeks, but yeah, I did do some of that stuff in there, but yeah, it's completely improv, as was at the wedding, the Dan wedding. I just twerked. It's hilarious. So in the video where I couldn't twerk, actually, I kind of can, a little bit, little tiny bit. That's funny. I twerked. So that's hilarious. But only a little bit. Yeah, because I really don't have a big ass. Neither does Miley Cyrus. So it don't really work too well. I think that's hilarious. But we've been throwing stuff. Yeah, so the pretty shirt. Love the way you buy. So this is like really strange and unusual, this video, and Kal Kat is fun doing videos. Of course, of a day. This would have taken 4 years ago. A video like this would have taken like 3 days, but this one took 4 hours. Edit the whole thing together. Yeah. So this is hilarious. So yes, the Kal Kat video. Ew, and there I am, acting silly. And then I graphed all the scenes together, and I make a music video out of it. And we're not going to redo the Gaga ones, because there's no way to redo those costumes. We don't have half those costumes anymore. The pause thing was possible. The cat videos were possible because we had cats, and their props are smaller. Yeah, the roar video and the pause, and yeah, we did those with the cats. There probably won't be that many more of those unless we get inspired again. Yeah, we probably won't do a thrift shop parody because this kind of is. So, what's the point? Because yeah, we actually did this first, and McKinley did it later. We're not saying he borrowed it. I don't think he even saw ours. What he was taking off of was a little-known rap band called What. What and Turan Montan or something. And yeah, he took the beat from that. And they figured, well, they're a little known like underground rap group, so I'm not gonna sue him. But yeah, they tried to. But yeah, the same thing with Robin Thicke, and he was all like, "Oh, I didn't really steal it from that guy. I was paying homage to him." I was like, "No, you were stealing." Come on, dude. Your beat was right out of Marvin Gaye. Of course, when Marvin Gaye did his version of Blurred Lines, it was actually erotic. When Robin Thicke did it, it was just demented and kind of rapey, like they were saying. Kind of was. It was like really, no, you're not. No, for no, yeah, the whole like, ooh, I'm so hot. I have these hot naked models next to me. And it's like. No, you first of all, you're not that hot, and second of all, we don't believe the thing about the big penis, because we know Marvin Gaye's was, because about Marvin Gaye, and he goes, oh, he's like a horse, so yeah, and what's cool is like he had the last name Gay, but nobody thought at all anything of it. They're like, oh yeah, he's cool. So he was like an R&B guy. He was like a blues guy. So what they did is they had him do all the love songs and stuff. Most of those like passionate love songs and shit. That's him. That's Marvin Gaye. So yeah, most of those the elevator music from the 70s and 80s, that would have been him. Yeah, which we didn't really listen to during the school days. And Mark's Cards and I were discussing the emo factor and emo songs and stuff. Well, actually, he doesn't think we were actually emos. Or even proto ones, maybe a little bit. Jim was a little bit, but more just, that's Jim Buffkin. Philip definitely is. And like, no, we weren't really emo. We were emotional, but not emo. I don't know if that makes sense, but we were definitely out there sometimes. But usually it was environmental. So it wasn't like, the angst in our tormented souls, so much as it was alternative stuff that we like. And listening to like Phil Collins instead of AC/DC for some reason. Even though that was very mainstream. We thought we were being edgy, but we were mainstream. In fact, all that edgy, that light rock we listened to is now on the elevator channel. It's pretty funny. The elevator stations. It's like, wait a minute. Like, that's not elevator music. That's cool stuff. But what's cool, though, is they'll play some of the hard rock stuff at the Five Guys Burgers, and that's awesome, because that's just cool. Because that's what I totally would have done in the 90s and gotten in trouble. Yeah. So here we are, watching me talking about I'm actually reading the lyrics on the computer. Didn't use much of this footage. Because I'm reading lyrics off a computer. It looks like Bill O'Reilly doing a teleprompter thing. There's going to be future Kal Kat Mark's Card stuff. The latest trend stories will be, we're going to do Mark's Cards and Kal Kat are going to go to the creek from Evergreen from on location 2. We're going to go back to Pine Hill first, and we're going to do a walk to Pine Hill from Carl's Jr. And we're going to show that because everybody wants to see that before they see the Evergreen stuff. But yeah, we're going to do that. So that'll be coming up. I'm not sure when. And here we have the hopefully soon, because this is the year of the anniversary of On Location, 30 years ago, and Transformers and Robotech. We'll also do some of that stuff too. So here we're coming up near the end of this little behind the scenes, and we're talking about rock people. We're not that alternative. In fact, this is basically latter day Weird Al stuff. It's Weird Al. It just is. And we don't know why Weird Al didn't do instead of Born This Way, why he didn't do Hours. Would have absolutely let him do Bad Randomness. That would have been awesome. He should have done that. Like, come on, Weird Al. Bad Randomness is there's the lyrics. Just steal it. Won't care. Don't care about Photoshop stealing it.